Straight's Family Butcher, across the road from Swan Hill Library, with the meat you can eat. Mix FM News.
Part of the Ace Radio Network, 107.7 and 98.7 Mix FM.
17 degrees in Melbourne, sunny, a top today 26, 9 o'clock. Good morning, I'm David Armstrong. Health officials in Gaza say nearly 100 people have been killed by Israeli forces while waiting for food aid on the edge of Gaza City. The Israeli military has acknowledged soldiers had opened fire because they felt under threat, but they claim there were only a small number of casualties. This witness described what happened.
After they stopped shooting, we went back to get our aid. By the time I got flour and some canned goods and took it down from the truck, they shot at us. They shot me and the truck driver left and ran over my leg.
A driver's been killed in a crash at South Gippsland. Police believe a car left the road and rolled into a paddock at Kongwak sometime early this morning. The driver, who is yet to be formally identified, died at the scene. Australia's spy boss is under mounting pressure to reveal the name of the ex-politician who betrayed the nation. ASIO Director General Micah Burgess says the former MP was caught aiding an adversary but has not been named. Opposition leader Peter Dutton calling for transparency amid unprecedented levels of foreign interference.
I think in a circumstance where you make an allegation or a suggestion like this, I think it is important for public confidence to know who it is.
Public schools in Victoria are getting almost $150 less per student in fees than they were in 2019. Despite the fall-off, parents here are still paying more than any other state for what's mandated a free public education. The latest data shows public schools receive $570 per student for fees, charges and parent contributions. That is down from $711 in 2019. Betting on all under-19 sports competitions and any betting on the performance of an individual player under 18 is now banned in Victoria. Events like the stall gift have also been caught up in the new rule. Both the men's and women's winners of last year's race were under 19. Gambling researcher at Monash University, Associate Professor Charles Livingston, says it's not really about reducing betting, but it could go some way to cracking down on sport being influenced by gambling syndicates.
You're not going to be able to bet on people who are under 18 who are participating in a sporting event. So, you might have a young AFL player who's 17 on the verge of being 18, but you won't be able to place an individual bet on that person's performance.
Prince William has returned to royal duties for the first time since mysteriously pulling out of a memorial service at the last minute. Here's Edward Godfrey.
Prince William has been seen for the first time since he pulled out of an event on Tuesday at the last minute. He visited the Western Marble Arch Synagogue in London and met with young members of the Jewish community and listened to their stories of anti-Semitism. They told him how students across the United Kingdom are dealing with a rise in incidents amid the Israel-Hamas war. The Prince telling them it has no place in society. It's the second time in as many weeks the Prince has commented on the war and war-related matters. Last week he said too many people are being killed on both sides of the conflict. It's rare for royals to comment on such topics. While there, a woman gifted him some flowers to pass on to the Princess of Wales, who's recovering from abdominal surgery. In London, Edward Godfrey, 9 News.
In finance, the Nasdaq index has closed at a new high of 16,091, well above the last peak back in November of 2021. A sharp increase in the shares of chip makers and artificial intelligence stocks driving the final figure.
Sport for Harvey Norman Swan Hill.
Australia heads into day 2 of the first test against New Zealand, 9 for 279 in Wellington. Cameron Green to resume his innings on 103 not out.
A bit like Tassie last week, I think it was just quite tough. Probably through the 30th, 40 over mark, and then it didn't seem to get much easier. It was just the ball got maybe a little bit older. So it's kind of nice to work through the waves out there.
In AFL pre-season games, the Brisbane Lions have defeated the Swans 81-56. GWS hammered the Gold Coast Suns 105-61 in Canberra. 9:05. And that's the latest news and sport.
Listening has never been easier. Download the Mix FM 107.7 app and listen wherever you are.
The new Sleepyhead Swisstech mattress from Beds R Us is pure opulence. Swisstech on sale now. Pay only half the RRP.
Visual Appeal Furniture, Beds R Us, Kerrang.
Welcome to your life. Help me make the most of freedom and of pleasure. Everybody wants to rule the world. Everybody wants to rule the world.
Plumbing and Pumps, your Davey Pumps master dealer, and for all general plumbing, Mix FM local news.
Sam College with your local news headlines. The fire that tore through the general store in Nullawil is now under control and a section of the Calder Highway is currently closed. CFA crews were called to a building fire on Main Street early this morning. Incident controller Corey Harrison says the fire quickly spread to neighbouring buildings and threatened nearby homes.
Spreading from the old general store to the house out the back didn't take very long, but we had to wait for power call to arrive. The possibility of live electricity going through the building, so we sort of had to be on standby just in asset protection, just looking after other buildings next door and houses over the road.
And in local sport, in Swan Hill District Cricket, round 21 will see Ultimate Tough face RSL at Allen Garden Reserve. Swan Hill will host Warraneen at the Showgrounds. Barham Kundrook will host St Mary's Tintinder at Kundrook Rec Reserve. And finally, Naya District will host Wandella at Naya Rec Reserve. And that's your local news headlines.
Ace Radio's digital team can now design and develop a new website for your business. From simple sites to full online stores, head to ace.digital.
MVP Fees Kahuna. Detail your grain needs, they'll deliver.
The kids' basketball training, school trips, best friend sleepovers, then work functions, you forgot the cheese at the shops and Uncle Mark's 60th birthday. Sometimes you get overworked. What about your car? Never miss a beat with Smith & Bolton. VACC accredited for all makes and models and new car warranty protection. Smith & Bolton, 80 Curlewis Street.
The Great Australian Squeeze. Pure, fresh orange juice. Grown, squeezed and bottled in Barham. Sold in Woolies, most local IGAs and Foodworks. Mix FM weather.
Your 4-day forecast for the Mallee. Today's going to be mostly sunny with those light winds tending southwesterly up to 20 kilometres an hour in the late afternoon, and the fire danger rating is high. Tomorrow is going to see a mostly sunny day reaching 29. Sunday will be 28 and sunny, while Monday will be mostly sunny and 29 degrees. Today around the Mallee we're heading for a top of 35 degrees.
Holtz Hyundai SUVs. Every model in stock and ready to drive away. LMCT 235.
Currently it's 20 degrees.